All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. Don't forget, post videos every single day, sometimes one, two, or three of them. So make sure you hit the subscribe button below. This one kicking it off, Tesla drivers are not happy with GM owners learning to use their superchargers, okay? There's a backup. When I originally looked at it, I thought maybe it's just because they're tired of, not having access to chargers because there's so many people that want to charge their vehicles, need to charge their vehicles, not enough chargers, so it's becoming an issue. That's what I originally assumed was the issue. It's not. And this issue should have been rectified a long time ago. I don't understand why it's still even an issue. They should know better. I mean, here's what it boils down to, is that a lot of new vehicles now can use the Tesla chargers. Okay, they have access to them. So whether it's a Chevy Blazer, F-150 Lightning, whatever the case is, I mean, there's a lot of Tesla chargers. And if you drive an EV, you want to have access to it, to their superchargers. And now corporations are giving you ways to do it. However, the problem lies in the fact that where the charger locations are on the vehicle. These Tesla chargers have got these super short little charging cables here because they're designed for Teslas. Teslas can back right in or pull right in or whatever way they go. I don't drive a Tesla, but they can back right in, plug in, hook up, real simple, real easy. But then you got all these other cars that have to come in sideways like this to be able to access a charger. So they got to, instead of going in this way, they got to come in on a weird angle and take up multiple spots in order to get access to get their car charged. And it's becoming a problem. And you would think that the solution would be, well, just to go ahead and make an extension cable. But Tesla engineers are straight up warned against it. They say it right here. Tesla engineers straight up warned against using a NACS extension cable at their superchargers. So you can't put an extension cable on a charger. The only fix for this is for EV vehicles to actually relocate the charging point, which Rivian is doing in their new models they're coming out with to match that. But here's a question. So if you're Ford or you're GM and you're building EV vehicles and you're looking around at the infrastructure out there and you're what's on the roads, people can't just charge it at home. If they're going to travel, they got to charge them on the road. And you're looking around out there and realizing that the vast majority of charging systems are Teslas. You never once thought about where to put, how you're going to charge your vehicles at those charging things. Nobody actually took their prototype vehicle to a Tesla charger to see how it would connect, to see where this port had to be. Nobody had the foresight to think ahead on how 90% of charging stations are Tesla, and if you're going to use them, how you would eventually have to connect to that. How does this stuff slip through the cracks and end up this way? And it's just sad is what it is that this even is happening. Why not put the charging port in the same place so that you can use them? Because like I said, I don't understand it. I don't understand so many things on EVs, but this is one of those weird little hurdles, these little speed bumps that they got to solve out here. But I could see if I was a Tesla driver on a busy weekend and I go to pull up to one and I can't because there's a car sideways taking up the last two spots so that they can charge because the cords are too short. And Tesla shouldn't have to put longer cords in. Tesla's the one creating the charging stations for their cars. It's GM and Ford and everybody else. If you're going to use Tesla's charging things, make your vehicles chargeable by their systems. So anyway, there you go. It's interesting. Moving on from there. Right here, kind of cool. The Equinox offers new heated wipers in a park mode, which is nice. Hopefully trucks will do this too soon for people up in the north. Living in Michigan most of my life, heated windshield or iced up windshields are a problem, but it's not just for, people think that it's just a matter of getting your windshield warm enough so that when you're driving or so you can see to pull out of your driveway. It's not that. There's times going down the road when you're up in northern Michigan, it can be so cold too that even your heat inside your vehicle is not even enough to heat your windshields. Things are still freezing. You'll see them; they're all iced up all over the sides, and it's a nightmare sometimes. So this heated wiper aspect is kind of cool. It's got a lot of potential. I'd like to see it come into trucks because it's a heated wiper blade, and what it basically happens is the bottom of the windshield has a heater element in it that heats through the windshield to heat the wiper blades up. So it's got a lot of advantages there. I think it's great. I'm not interested in it. They are also offering now on the Equinox the rain sense wipers. Not a fan of that. I can turn my wipers on when I notice it's starting to rain. I don't need it to do it for me. that tech just adds money and more expense and pain in the butt. So I'm not a fan of that. But the heated wiper one, yes, it adds more money, more tech, and that kind of thing. But honestly, this one has value to it. It has real value, and actually has safety features in a lot of areas that you live at. So I'm kind of think that's pretty sweet. Now, the big article here, Ford, another patent, and this one, take it for what it's worth, but they want to patent a unique drug detection system for its cars. The system will monitor your vehicle so no one plants drugs in it. It will prevent you from becoming a blind mule to traffickers. So, how it's going to work here, what they want to do is they are going to use these tech and sensors they want to, but wants to prevent all of these kind of shenanigans, variety of ways. If the but what it wants to do is it include sensors and cameras, which include checking the vehicle's weight, listening for nearby suspicious activity, and scanning for unfamiliar GPS radio frequencies traveling with the car, as trackers often watch their victim's location to retrieve their contraband from the other side of the border. It's, I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing, but, it's got already, all these sensors are doing this stuff anyway. Okay, it's already, now the checking vehicle's weight, that's interesting. That's kind of, might not be a bad thing, but fentanyl, lighter weight drugs are not going to make that much of a difference. But listening for nearby suspicious activity, that's the one in there that bugs me. Listening for nearby suspicious activity, scanning for unfamiliar GPS radio frequencies, traveling with the car, that may not be too bad. If the system detects some sort of unusual activity, like someone standing too close to the vehicle for too long, then it can activate the cameras, record their surroundings, store the footage as evidence. Any extra weight added to the vehicle, like 700 pounds of drugs. Like I said, I'm not sure. It's just a patent for now. We don't know. This is an issue, with people, planting drugs on your vehicle and then pulling you over later on and taking the drugs out. That's what they do. I get that. Pretty interesting takeaway with it, what it is. At first, part of me says that this whole infringement on my privacy, this is another way for them to take advantage of that, being able to turn on sensors that listen to everything going on in and around my vehicle, being able to know what I'm putting in my vehicle, knowing all this stuff bothers me, but they're really already doing that anyway. Okay, we already know they're doing this. Your car gives out like 39 gigs per hour of data on everything going on. Sensors are monitoring everything that we're doing. All of this stuff is a reality now. So it is kind of what it is as far as I'm concerned there. But I think it'd be kind of cool to, if you're somebody who travels across the border quite a bit, might be something pretty neat to have. Kind of a cool patent that is already, like I said, we're already dealing with infringements on every kind of level anyway. This one at least seems like it's used for more than giving you info ads on your dash anymore. So anyway, your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.